Welcome back. Subscribe my channel. If you're watching this right now, pause for just a second. Before the story before the moment changes shape, I need you to do something simple but important. Tap the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Not because it's something YouTubers say out of habit, but because stories like this don't survive unless people decide to stay. And this one only works if you stay until the very end. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't loud. It doesn't rush. And it doesn't explain itself right away. It waits. So stay with me. I didn't freeze because I was afraid. That's the part people always get wrong. I froze because his was already there. Warm, close, unmistakably real. Before my thoughts had time to organize themselves into resistance or agreement. It wasn't sudden. It wasn't aggressive. It was precise. One hand rested on my shoulder, not gripping, just steady. Come like it already knew exactly how much pressure it took to keep someone from stepping away without making them feel trapped. The other hand guided me back a half step. Slow, familiar, not rushed, as if this movement had been practiced, not rehearsed, but understood. As if hesitation itself had a shape, and he recognized it better than I did. I bit down on my lip. I didn't nod, I didn't step back. I didn't say yes, but I didn't say no either. And in moments like that, silence stops being empty. It becomes an answer. Behind me. The door creaked open just a fraction. I didn't turn around, didn't speak, didn't even change. I stayed exactly where I was, heart pounding so loudly it might give me away. The air shifted thicker now, heavier, as if the room itself understood that something had crossed a point where returning to before was no longer possible. Then someone leaned in close, too close, and a voice whispered near my ear, low and gentle, "Happy birthday." It wasn't his voice. That was when my tea tightened, not with fear, but with awareness. Something had been set in motion long before I arrived here. The blindfold came next. Soft fabric, cool against my snug, not tight enough to hurt, just enough to erase the hallway light until the world narrowed into sound and presence. I didn't resist, not because I was told to, but because curiosity, when wrapped in calm, can speak louder than fear ever does. I was guided to the couch and sat down carefully on the edge, hands folded in my lap, back straight, every movement deliberate, like I understood instinctively that one careless shift could shatter whatever fragile balance had settled over the room. The silence wasn't empty. It watched. I didn't ask what time it was, didn't ask who was there, didn't ask what was going to happen next. Instead, I focused on my slow, even, anchoring myself to something real. Then came the smallest sounds, fabric brushing softly against, a faint clink, glass meeting wood, the whisper of movement, carefully restrained, then stillness again. I knew he hadn't left, not because I heard him, but because the room like it was holding its, waiting for permission to exhale. What caught my attention wasn't movement behind me. It was the floorboard. One slow creak near the doorway, careful, measured, then another. That wasn't him. Someone else was here now. I stayed completely still behind me. His voice came again, calm, controlled. "He's here, that's all. No one move." The floor creaked again, closer, right behind me. My pulse thudded harder. "Don't take off the blindfold," he said quietly. Then he stepped aside. I didn't need to see it to know the space had changed. The air charged, waiting, like something had entered that could not be undone. There was someone else now. I couldn't see him, but I knew instantly that he wasn't my partner. He didn't speak at first. He just stood there close enough that silence gained weight. When he finally spoke, his voice was steady, certain. "Happy birthday." It wasn't the words. It was the like this moment had been imagined long before it ever arrived. I straightened slightly, unsure where to place my hands. I kept them folded, still contained. The blindfold stayed in place. I sensed movement, not touch, just presence. Fabric shifting. That wasn't mine. My partner remained silent, watching, allowing. I didn't move, not because I was afraid, but because something inside me understood that stillness mattered, that this moment wasn't demanding anything from me. It was offering. You look peaceful like this, the man said. Not rushed, not uncertain, just observant. Footsteps moved softly, not toward me, but around me, circling, respectful. A quiet near my right side. Still no contact. I want you to lean back, he said. Then, after a pause, but only if you choose to. My deepened, not shaky, not fast, full. I leaned back slowly, hands pressing into the cushions beneath me. No one guided me. No one touched me. I followed something internal, something I didn't have language for yet.